Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Have a mixed trade overnight with corn and beans higher and wheat lower. As far as the news overnight, I think the number one news is the weather. Again, the European models are dry over the next couple of weeks. NOAA came out yesterday with a 30 and 90-day forecast of warm and dry. The American model is still trying to bring some showers in the northern plains and over the top of the ridge and parts of extreme northern Corn Belt and the Great Lakes area. And so I think that the question is, with this holiday weekend and the CBOT closed on Monday, what kind of forecast are we going to be looking at Monday? You've got beans on the July higher. You've got July corn approaching $8, while wheat's a little bit lower. I think that the markets are undervalued. If we have dry summer this year over any major part of the U.S. Midwest. The other headline has to do with just what's going to happen to the logistics of wheat exports out of Russia, corn exports out of Ukraine. Three European leaders and Canada's leader was in Kiev and talked about not only providing support to the Ukraine, but also looking at successfully getting the first phase of allowing Ukraine into the EU. That would be a big deal as far as global politics are concerned. Looks like the U.S. and China will have a conversation with the two presidents. We're probably the widest apart as far as politics and relations between U.S. and China ever. And I think that China is still a huge commodity buyer, and we'll just have to see if that will continue. Again, they're slow buyers of beans. It seems like their demand for meat is down because of COVID restrictions, and looks like they need to buy corn. Plus, in the wheat, people are beginning to question the 135 or 133 million ton wheat crop with domestic flour prices record high and them paying over $500 a ton for wheat to buy and put into the reserve. So you kind of wonder what their stocks are. But in China, people are restricted from traveling domestically to see what the supplies are because of COVID restrictions. We also note that soybean export commitments, while not increasing dramatically, are near USDA's goal. And I think that many people believe that the final exports could be 50 million bushels higher and drop U.S. carryout well below 200 million bushels, which is supportive to nearby prices. So the corn market, I think it needs premium because of weather. Soybean market needs to add premium because of demand and weather. And the wheat market is just kind of sitting there trying to figure out how to supply more demand with less supply. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated. And have a safe, long, happy weekend.